good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. Whatever time it might be, thank you very much for joining me back in my garage. Today, I have a very special something to go over. Have you ever ordered something? Thought you wanted it, know you wanted it, and you needed it, but it took so long, you just forgot it. Well, that's what happened to me. But today, came in a package from the faraway land of China, and that is going to be a brake assembly. It was supposed to be for my racing GY6 when we were doing the upgrades to it. I was like, we're gonna have to upgrade the brakes, of course, and that's why I never talked about it, because I was waiting for the parts to come. But we've all talked about all these problems, diseases going on. Everything got stopped. But today, it finally arrived. So let's get to it and see how easy it is to toss one of these brake assemblies front end into the GY scoop. All right, so to replace the front brakes is going to be very simple. We have a mounting point right here where the brakes mount onto the wheel, of course. I checked, we have one right here that's just holding it in place. There's another one right upside in the body, and that looks like the only one. And then that line comes out to the actual brakes right here on the handle, and we have the master cylinder. So other than those, it's going to be a pretty easy fix. So the plan of attack for this, we're going to take off this shroud, the plastic piece right here, get access to the handle. We'll be able to snake through the new line and the brake, hopefully. I'm not sure about that. We're going to take that as we go and cross that bridge. And then we just need to mount up the new brake onto the cylinder, or onto the rotor pretty much, and we're done. It should be a very simple task. But I've said that a lot, and let's see what happens. Now the first piece to come off is going to be this plastic shroud right here. And it's just held on with a Phillips screw right down here at the bottom. And there we go. We've got the bottom done. And hopefully we can just let it sit like that. And the front has a couple more screws we need to get out. Now with those screws out, this should come apart. And give us some area to work with. And on second thought, we're probably gonna have to take off this front piece just to get a little bit more access, but it just pops right up just like that. It just stays on some clips. We do have the headlight right here to worry about, but we should be able to hang this off, or make it even easier. They have a clip right here. And we can just unclip it and get better access to this front area. So now with this front panel removed, I can see exactly what I need to do to get this cable or to get this tubing out of it. So I know I need to remove some plugs right here. And a pro tip that I've already done, and I recommend you do, is on the plugs that you think you're going to remove, label them. Like I have 2 right here. I have an L right here for the light. I have a 1 over here for my wiring harness. I shouldn't have to remove this one. I have a 3 over here for my rectifier. And this one I don't have labeled, but I know it's going to be the 2 yellows or the 4 yellows. But so I have all these labeled, and then I have these grounds right here. I'll take this piece off. I can keep the grounds together. And then that way, when I put it all back together, I know exactly where they go. Here we go. Woo! She's free. And there we go. Man, took a lot of work, but we got this brake assembly out. Now what we have to do is put the new one in, but it should be so much easier now that we got all those hurdles taken care of. So with this new brake put in, we still have the one thing to worry about, and that is rewiring the switch right here. Now we have 2 posts, and we know we need to put them back on. I have them from the wiring harness right here that we took off. Now hopefully, if it's the same type of switch, you can just put them back in the same direction. But if you're unsure, I'm going to show you a quick tip of how to figure out which one goes where. So right now, I have my red attached to my to the battery, and that is going to give me the power. So I'll flip on the switch for accessories. So now I have power running to the scooter, and I'm going to check these 2 wires to see which one is going to be active. And I just have it set on ohms. As you can see, I'm not looking for current, I'm just looking for connectivity. So the first one, and this is going to be the green one, I'm getting nothing, I'm getting a 1. But I go over here to the black one, and as you can see, I'm getting a reading. So this one, the black one, the second one, is definitely going to be power. Now typically on these, you just put the power one on the one closest to the driver, or where you're sitting. I put that on there, and we should be good. But to test it, what I can do is I have the power on that one. I come over here to the second post. I'm getting no connectivity to the positive battery, but if I push the brake lever in, I'm getting that connectivity. So that switch has activated, sent out the current into the second one it should be, and it's the scooter search, and the scooter should start. So get all these tabs lined up. And there we go. In about an hour's worth of work disassembling it, get a new brake on, another hour of assembling it all back together, project's done. As simple as that. So if you're having problems with your brakes, it's leaking, or on my set, it was leaking down here at the actual caliper, just go ahead and replace it. It was super cheap. It came real late, man, all the way from China months later, but it finally got here, threw it on, and had fun doing it in the process. So with that, as always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate everything you guys do. I mean it straight from the heart. I appreciate all of it. So ride safe, drive safe, and please keep at least 2 wheels on the road.